Hey guys, been a while, been a few weeks, My bad, bro, my bad. I don't even have that much time today, but turns out, they recently announced what is it? What even is the season? Season 5? Is it season 5? No, is it season 6? No, it's season 5, bro. Oopsies. Turns out they recently announced season 5. Uh of LIMBUS. My bad, bro. Hey, this one's on me, guys. It's been like 2 weeks. My apologies. And I don't have that much time today, but you know what? I decided because last season I was on hiatus during the season transition. I refuse to do the same thing this season because we gotta do the end of season party. If you don't know what the end of season party is, then let me educate you. So, as you know, you guys are so intelligent as my beautiful viewers. So as you know, during the transition from one season to the next, they always cut your ego shards in half and your crates in half into thread. And let me tell you, thread is borderline worthless. So what that means is we gotta use as much as humanly possible in terms of ego shards and crates, so that the very bare minimum possible gets transmuted into thread. Because the worst thing that could happen to you is you farm up a ton of crates and then half of them just get converted into useless ass worthless thread. So technically, the most efficient playstyle is to spend absolutely everything that you possibly can in terms of ego shards. So that's what we're gonna be doing. That means we're dispensing everything that we possibly can. So I'm aware that I missed like 2 things. I think I missed like 2 weeks or something. It was like Zwei Ishmael and Deviat Rodia. I did kind of read Deviat Rodia. Doesn't she like die or something? I don't really know what happens with her, but she has like this retreat mechanic that I read for like 2 seconds, and then Zwei Ishmael, I have no idea what she does at all. Actually, I have 0 clue. And then they announced something else too. It was like Sonk someone or whatever. I have no idea. Like guys, I have not engaged with this game in a while. And you want to know why? The reason is because I might have accidentally caught COVID, guys. It is what it is. I don't know if it's banned on YouTube to say that, but I may or may not have been a little bit ill. So whoopsies, my bad, guys. The masculine urge to start a Discord server so that I can announce that I'm sick, but whatever. What the hell is this, by the way? Is this like, how new is this? I don't remember this being in the game either. But, I'm mostly better now, so that's why I'm streaming. But I don't have that much time. So we'll get this over with really quick, of course. So the first order of business is to read some shit, before we immediately just dispense all of it. But, as far as I can tell, I don't think there's anything in Season 4. There's nothing in Season 4 that I need, which is the most important thing. We can't get anything from previous seasons, as I have everything. So, basically, we're going to be spending all of our stuff up-tying, thread spinning, and the like. So, we'll just read. We got to speed read all these. Career Trunk. Gain 3 stacks on turn start. Stack does not expire upon retreat, it's stored instead. Okay. Retreat is not... okay, so there's 2 different things. Again, I did read a little bit of Rogia, right? I did read a little bit of Rogia. So I do understand that she has this mechanic where in a chain battle, she can, like, put herself into the backup, and then your 7th unit like slides in in her place or something. So, you know, I'm assuming it's that retreat, like she can retreat. I'm assuming it's not like if I leave the stage, like if I like if I forfeit the stage and come back in, there's no way that she keeps the courier trunk. Like that would make zero sense. So I'm assuming that is not what that is referring to. Notice how they changed the UI so you can't get jump scared by walls of text anymore. I don't even know if I like it. I wish there was just a pop-up. You know, having this tiny text box is not necessarily even better for me anyway, if I'm being honest. I kind of wish it showed up like a text box that I could just like read instead of like this slim ass little tiny thing. But it's probably better for people with smaller monitors. So at 10 plus stacks, raise min and max speed values by 1. I mean, that's pretty OP. She's already pretty fast. So at 10 plus stacks, that's after 4 turns. She raises her min speed to 5 and max speed to 8. That's like that's very fast. Gain 1 clash power up and 1 slash damage up. I mean, clash power is pretty nice. At 30, take damage. Turn end, take damage. So I guess after a long time, she self-destructs. Sure, I guess. If so the sweet spot looks kind of like you basically want to stay between 10 to 20 as long as possible. I mean, obviously you don't want to hit 30, but I feel like the 1 clash power up is not as important as the 10, the speed up. And I mean, for every 10 courier trunk or for every 6 rupture on target, like I feel like once you hit 10, you're kind of happy. The target is 15 rupture and 3 count. The skill does not consume target's rupture count on hit. But does not inflict rupture. What the hell? If this unit has less than 15, gain an additional 1. I mean, not consuming the target's rupture count is good. I don't know why they have to stipulate that it's in stack the rupture further, but I don't. Okay. Deal % more damage for every trunk. Coin power +1 for every 10. Coin power +1 for every 10 on 3 coins. I mean, that's pretty good. If this target has 15 rupture, this does not consume rupture count on hit. That's good. Gaining trunk, gain haste, gain additional haste, inflict defense level down. Okay. No, I see. I mean, it's a 3 coin skill that doesn't consume rupture count on hit. I mean, that's kind of fucking nuts. Like that. Instead, reuse 4% damage for every courier trunk. Coin power +1 for every 10. That's all the same. If the target is 15 by 3, this skill does not inflict rupture count. It does not inflict rupture count. Instead, reuse the last coin. I trust you, Polu. Inflict 3 rupture count. See, why would they... I mean, I'm not... Okay, here's the thing about rupture. The thing is, it's pretty difficult to balance rupture. I feel like I've said this a million times before. But the problem with rupture is that it's difficult to balance. The reason being because it's true damage. And true damage is very dangerous because if rupture becomes viable and stacking true damage becomes viable, then it's almost impossible to design a boss that that will not be just cheesed by rupture. She's a payoff unit for a status that does not have buildup. Like, that's the thing, though. You can't really give Rupture buildup, because if you give Rupture good buildup and good payoff, then it becomes literally the best thing in the entire game. Pretty much. Like, it would just be better than Sinking in pretty much every way, besides, like, actually, Sinking does Gloom damage, so against a Gloom weak target, it does more damage than Rupture. Shut up. Don't care. And the same thing with Tremor. It would just be pretty much better than Tremor, because Tremor, you have to juggle the amplitude conversion and stuff like that, which does take you know, a significant amount of planning and speed rolling in order to get a good payoff. But the thing with Rupture is that because it's just the universal true damage against a target, it's pretty difficult to balance, because if it ever becomes too good, like if Rupture ever becomes like the best thing in the game, then everything else will probably just become unviable. Like it is very dangerous to like the only way that you could counter it is like if the opponent had a completely exorbitant high max HP, so that, you know, the Rupture would not do that much percentage of the target's health per hit, but like it's impossible. So I don't think Rupture will ever really be like the best thing you can do. Like you can mark my words if you want. I do not think that, you know, if the game is designed in a way that they are trying to maintain the health and balance of the game, Rupture will never be the best thing that you can be doing in general. Like against a certain boss, maybe, because there are ways to like skip boss phases, or because it ignores protection, right? You can also use Rupture to ignore protection and cheese bosses like that. But like for killing general things, like there is no way that Rupture will be the best, most versatile, widely used strategy in the game. Like there cannot exist a future where that is the reality, because it's just such a, I'm not gonna say it's a balancing nightmare, because they've been doing a pretty okay job of regulating it, but it's like it's pretty tough. And then passives. Combat start 15 courier trunk. Oh, she has 2 counters. If the skill is activated, gain percentage courier trunk of the max HP as shield. Okay, so it's a counter with a guard. That's pretty cool. And then this is, if this skill is to be activated, gain shield, and then activated strategic R&R, which is the, dude, this went viral, bro. Recover from stagger and retreat from encounter. In chain battles, give this unit slot to substituted unit and move to the rearmost place in the backup unit's deployment order. So she basically slides to the back and then people funnel in afterwards. Even if it does get good, then they'll have to slap Rupture protection and boss passives. Yeah, like that's just stupid. At that point, why would you even make it good? If every boss in the future would have to have Rupture protection, then there's no point in making it good in the first place. In my opinion. But, oh well. For chain battles, when retreating with R&R, if the unit rejoins, have courier trunk. Sure. That is a way to actually regulate the courier trunk. If you go up to like 25 courier trunk or something, you can just tag out and then have it. Down to like 12 or 13, however it rounds. I mean, that's pretty cool. At 6+ speed, if the unit has haste, gain trunk as shield. Okay. Upon retreat, apply clash power up to 2 allies. Sure. Lasts for 1 additional turn for every courier trunk. To 1 ally with fastest speed clash. I feel like this ID is simpler than it looks, actually. She's a pretty simple ID. Not really any thoughts about it. It's Rupture, so it's like impossible to evaluate pretty much. And then Zwei Ishmael. I have no clue what Zwei Ishmael does. Apparently it's like West Association. I don't know the difference. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know the difference. Seems pretty normal. You know, it's just a lot of words to say does pretty much nothing. Can't let you through. Lots of words. 2 tremor. It's self tremor. Gain tremor count. This also gains. No, you don't gain tremor count on skill 1. Oh, huh. Okay. Sure. I mean, it rolls okay. I would have, you know, I'm used to Zwei Gregor having good speed, so she has a little bit less than speed than him, I mean. If unit's in defensive stance. Is that part of the defense skill? Gain defensive stance. Okay. So if the unit is in defensive stance, deals 70% more damage. This unit cannot compound in potency, stacking it extends duration, reduced by 1. When a unit gains this effect, gain the following effects. Fix this unit speed to minimum. Gain 5 defense level up. Each of the skills gain aggro. When chaining, the unit can draw enemies' attack towards this unit regardless of speed. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Upon clash win, trigger tremor burst. I like that too. Wow. Ooh, that's spicy. Ooh, okay. Okay. I don't really care that much. I don't really care that much about anything except for the fact that you can draw enemies' attack towards the unit regardless of speed. That is so sick. I see why they made her a little bit slower because it ends up not really mattering if you can upkeep defensive stance. Sure. The rest seems pretty unremarkable. Consume all tremor count on self. Inflict the value of count consumed as tremor potency. Deal excess per damage. Trigger burst. Then if it's in defensive stance, trigger burst again. So if you're in defensive stance, win clash with this, you burst 3 times. Is what I'm seeing. Because the defensive stance on clash win triggers burst, and then this skill triggers burst twice. If you're in stance. So, I mean, that's pretty good. I don't think we had a Tremor Ishmael before, actually. But I could definitely see her being a part of a Tremor team. Because I think there's only 5 actual good Tremor IDs anyway. Like, you would never use Molar. You use, like, these 2. Rogia does not matter at all, really. Rogia does not contribute anything. You do not contribute, like, anything. Use your Divi, of course. I don't like using Oomfie Heathcliff. Oh, that was my Discord ping. My apologies. I gotta put on Do Not Disturb. I forgot. I'm so sorry. My apologies. LCCB Ishmael. I don't really count her, obviously. Clearly. LCCB and Sloshing. LCCB, I could see someone counting LCCB. Sloshmael? Hell no, I'm not counting her. Are you serious? Hell no. Obviously, I'm not counting Sloshmael, bro. That shit does not count. I mean, this would be like kind of what a Tremor team would look like. You can use this. But it and I mean, yeah, LCCB, I guess. But this ID's gotta be like way better than LCCB, obviously. So you go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you were kind of forced to take like Oomfie Heathcliff or Molar Isang. But I would probably bring her in a Tremor team. I would probably bring her. Tremor team doesn't really have or do they? Wait, hold on. What is their like generation? You have like 2 pride on skill 2. I mean, that's true. Yeah, you have skill 1. They don't really have that much envy. So her having envy skill 3 is also, or envy skill 2 is also really neat. And then we'll check the guard. It's a red clashable guard. Raise the unit's on clash win. Raise the target's stagger threshold by the unit's final clash power. On clash lose. When hit, reduce the attacker's final power by this unit's final power. Okay. Gain 2 defensive stance. Gain tremor. Unbreakable coin. Coin does not break upon clash lose. If an attack skill has this coin, attack with this coin after getting hit. Upon clash. Fix the coin power. This unbreaking coin. Okay. So it's basically dice. Is that how I'm understanding it? It's basically dice. Am I crazy, or it's just dice from Library of Ruina, where, you know, even if you lose, you don't lose everything. It still rolls for something. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but I see. This shit is fat, by the way. This is a fat guard. Guard final power is boosted from defense level, and it clashes, so it just never loses. That's true. That's it's pretty much guarding from Ruina. Yeah, like if you win a defense roll, like a blocking guard in Ruina, then it deals the stagger damage, right? And it cancels their attack. And if you lose with a blocking die, then you take reduced damage. You still take reduced damage equal to the roll. So it's literally guarding from Ruina. It's just a blocking. That is sick. I'm a big fan. Ever since I played Ruina, it's like rocket science compared to this game, bro. In terms of the dice system. I've always been a fan of the dice system more than the coin system. But it is simpler. The coin system is easier to understand. I have no idea what I'm looking at here. We brought back Curse. Poggers, we brought back Curse. Highest resident gain attack weight. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. The Uninvited. Upon death, the last attacker heals 3 sanity, then a random ally without this effect gains 2 stacks. Take more damage for every sinking on self. What is the point of this? Oh! This is inflicted on the enemy! I was like, why would you ever want this on your unit? It's inflicted on the enemy, dummy. Okay, I kinda like that. Tet tier ego? I don't even think Ishmael has any good Tet tier egos that are competing for this spot. She is not. Like, she is not. I mean, Capote is not terrible. Like, I will say Capote is not terrible. But she is not competing very hard for that slot at all. So, I mean, you know, how many Ishmael shards do I have? 250. We'll go with 75 Ishmael shards to start. Because this new ID seems pretty cool. That's for damn sure.
떠들지 말고 줄 똑바로 맞춰 서세요. 아침 조회부터 한 소리 듣는 건 질색이라서요.
Neat. Cool. It's been a while since I've dispensed anything. I'm close to getting Rogia, so I'll probably do that also. I mean, we might have enough boxes for everything that we want. But again, if you're just showing up, the reason we're doing this is because we want to convert the least amount of boxes into thread as humanly possible. So that entails using as much as possible, which includes we're going to be thread spinning and up tying and stuff too. So let's get this. Let's get this.
쉴 만큼 쉬었으니까 다시 가볼까? 다들 옷 단단히 여미고.
Always eating, man. And then Diechi Mersault? Sure, bro. You got me. You got me. You know what? You got me. Diechi Mersault? Sure. Oop, that's not 100. And then we should have enough boxes to get the other, the Ishmael Ego as well, which is nice. We need like 6. Exactly 400. Perfect.
이번 야간 자율 학습은 누구도 빠지지 않았고.
The corrosion for bygone days also
개발된
inflicts
지식을
echoes
다시
of the
채우는
manor.
것도
Oh,
좋지만
really? That's kind of neat.
새로운 지식을 배우는 것도.
I have not heard a single word of Diechi Mersault, by the way. I'm just gonna assume the ID is like a filler ID. I'm just I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Let's go with 195 for Ishmael. Maybe we high roll. Nope. Why did I bother? 69. Let's go with 6. Cool. But I'm just gonna assume he's like filler ID. I don't know if he's that good.
청소하라고.
He buffs discard, but the buff is entirely defensive. Wow. Holy. Don't get me too excited. Wow. Oh. Entirely defensive buffs? You know me, I love my defensive buffs. But yeah, the reason we are doing this is because your ego shards, just by principle, your ego shards are always going to be worth more as shards than they are as thread. We can agree that ego shards are more valuable than thread in this game. So, by principle, it makes more sense to only to use absolutely everything you can and only convert ego shards into thread at the end of a season if there is literally nothing you can do with it. So, because of this reason, we are going to be spending absolutely everything we possibly can. You know what? How many how many of these things do I have? I have 136. You know what? Ring Yi-song. Post nerf Ring Yi-song is getting uptied back up.
그대도 평가의 순간이 궁금했어.
Don't care. Don't care.
이리 와 보시게. 볼만한 것들을 몇 개 짚어드리지.
Awesome sauce. And I already read his uptie story because I got refunded. So get me out of here. I'm pretty much where you're at as well. I'm just choosing who to uptie. See, a man of culture. A man of culture. He only got nerfed in Mirror Dungeon. It's still a nerf. It's still a nerf. Mirror Dungeon was the only place you ever really used him in anyway, if we're being completely honest. So, kidding, of course, but only a little bit. I have like how many ego shards for this guy left? 86. How much does it take to uptie an ego? 90? 90? Crow's Eye View is not worth uptying. Thread spinning. My apologies, thread spinning. I mean, neither of these are either, if I'm being honest. These are terrible. Bygone Days, maybe? Thoughts on W. Otis with her warp ego? I like W. Otis. We'll do Bygone Days. I really like W. Otis, actually. She's really fun to use, and she's pretty good. But I have never like used her ego. So I can't really opine on her ego whether it's good or not, to be honest. I mean, my Faust is like pretty stacked. I don't think I care. I mean, we'll get Blade Lineage, I guess. Randomness procs multiple times on echoes, shooting both potency and counter the root. I did notice the what's it called? I did notice the passive. Yeah, I knew the passive was good. I just forgot. How many do we have for you? 200, really? Is it about time we like uptie 4 like Blind Obsession or something? What even changes? The attack weight goes to 3, and you get an on-kill effect? Am I seeing this right? No, that's the same. Is it just the weight, really? Fucking, I don't know. Seems kind of ass. Contempt Awe? I don't even know what this thing does. It's like bleed or something. I don't know. I mean, you know, I can uptie 4 this ID maybe. I'm gonna run out of thread. Oh no. Oh no. Contempt Awe passive is cool. I trust you. You know what? I'll trust you on that. I got, dude, Mersal needs some egos, man. We have no Mersal shards. All right, we're skipping this guy. What do you have? 162 on Cavernous Wailing. Is that? I don't think this does anything. Actually, it does. You know what? You know what? You got me. You know what? Actually, you genuinely got me. We're up tie 4 on Glupo Honglu, actually. That actually seems tangible, genuinely, and there's nothing else I would use for him anyway. I don't think I care about anything going on with Heathcliff. I already have everything that I would want. Maybe up tie 4 Suncliff. I don't have enough shards, okay. For Ishmael, I guess I would want to uptie this. I ain't got no Ishmael shards though, so we'll come back. We don't have Rogia shards because we just dispensed. So that's okay. I don't know about Sinclair. Like, is Cavernous Wailing Sinclair good? Not really. You know what? Can I uptie force? We'll see if we have anything for Otis or Gregor first. Like, we can do Wuthering Heights, Butler, Otis, actually. I feel like this is probably good. It's probably her best thing. I don't think Gregor has anything that I'm interested in. Yeah. Alright. Our last hit will be Otis. Very nice, very nice. I'm happy with this season, actually. Who is excited for the next season? Be honest with me, guys. Who's excited for the next season? Which one of you is it gonna be? You little rascals. I mean, you know, this game has a very, very nasty habit of being content drought ridden. Everyone, lol. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Thoughts on Poise IDs? You know what, before we go, because again, I don't have that much time I don't have that much time here today, unfortunately. But I can take the time to maybe, I'll take the time to review them really quickly, perhaps. How's that? But it will only be a cursory glance. I do gotta get going soon. So, let's see how I can, do this. Seems like, there's Zvi Sinclair and Sonk Mersault. I'll just do Mersault. I don't know if people care about Sinclair that much, to be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. Let's do Mersault. I do not have LB Faust. What is your problem, man? Well, now's the time to get her. If you're at the end of the season, you should dispense everything you can, and then use your spare stuff to uptie, in my opinion. Alright. Let's, window capture. Put this over. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, Sonk Mersault. Real quick, let's go. Unit speed is faster than targets, gain coin power based on speed difference, naturally. Target has Rupture, same thing as, whatever, the trunk rodeo, bro. Gain poise, inflict Rupture, speed, yeah. Inflict Rupture equal to speed difference. It's gonna be like max of 2 or something. This is the same. Poise count if unit does not inflict Rupture. Oh, it does not inflict Rupture potency or count with its effects, but does not consume Rupture on hit. If it does not, then deal increased damage on crit for every Rupture and potency count that would have been inflicted. That's so weird, by the way. This is insanely weird. And if this unit's speed is faster than targets, gain coin power. If the target has X plus Rupture and Y Rupture count, does not consume Rupture count on hit. Clash Wing gain poise. If target has focus attack Mersault, gain additional poise. Deal more damage with final coin. Deal more damage with final coin. Deal more damage for every focus attack Mersault on the target slot. After attack, if this unit killed, reuse the skill against a random target. Reuse! My favorite overrated, overhyped mechanic. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's useless, because reuse skill on a random target on kill is not actually terrible, but it's just not commonly, it's not reliable. If this unit's speed is faster than targets by X or more, gain coin power. Sure. Gain haste next turn for every X poise potency on self at turn end. On hit with base attack skills, if the slot is hit on the slot it hit last, gain focus attack Mersault next turn. The unit attacked the slot with focus attack and defeated its owner or broke the part, heal sanity. Reuse is specific to coin 3 though. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware. It's the same thing with like what's it called? Butler. It's like Maid Ryoshu or something has a similar condition. It's like reuse only if you kill with the last coin or something. It's very niche, but it can come off sometimes. But I will say it is extremely overrated. It is cool, but it barely ever comes up. The fastest ally on Clash Win gains haste next turn. This passive is fucking nuts, by the way. That's awesome. Focus encounters only. The unit that inflicted this focus attack gains the following effects based on the target's slot. What the hell? The unit that inflicted this focused attack gains the following effects based on the target slot's focused attack stack. How are you inflicting this? Inflict next turn. How do you stack it? Expires if for a turn the unit fails to hit. Expires if the unit who inflicted it inflicts it on a different slot. So you basically get rewarded for hitting the same thing over and over. Replaced if a different unit inflicts focus attack, so that's every Sonk unit does that. At the start of the next turn, if a slot inflicted with focus attack is no longer present, rearrange all focus attacks. Okay, I guess. Yeah, and focus encounter using any skill will inflict focus attack. I just don't know how you stack it. How do you gain stacks on it? I'm assuming it's just like you hit it multiple times, it stacks up. I mean, he seems really good, which is, you know, for a Mersault ID, that's pleasant. I don't know. It's kind of neat. I like it. Actually, it's West section. Oh, true. It is West section. I like his fit. His fit is fire. But, you know. Let me know what you guys think. I gotta go. Lickety split. I am sorry. You attack the same slot. That is correct. It resets if you attack a different slot. But if you keep attacking the same target or the same part or the same slot or whatever, however it ends up working out in the fight, then you will get rewarded with bonus clash power, base power, and coin power, which seems really good. And you also get haste and stuff, which seems pretty good. I don't know. Is it gonna make Rupture good? Hey, don't ask me, okay? You know, I'm not a Rupture user. Don't ask me. I don't know if it's gonna make Rupture good, because actually getting there is probably tough. But I think it's kind of fire. I think this is just poise with Rupture as a bonus. That's what I'm also thinking. I don't think he's like that good for Rupture, but he seems really good just because he can clash and he's fast. Like, clashing and fast, we have to remember that Regret Mersault exists as an ego. It's like his meta ego. So being fast and being able to clash well combined with Regret, that is tangible. Is it truly... If it truly is same, does that mean he's punished for redirecting attacks to other sinners since the attack in question might be on the wrong slot? Yes. Short answer is yes, technically. So, yeah, I mean, he is. Because he's going to be fast, I think that's the way they balance it. Because he's going to be very fast, but you're disincentivized from using that speed in a proactive way every single turn, which I think is fair. If you're gaining like base power and coin power and you're super fast, you can basically outclash like any attack. I think it makes sense to balance it a bit like that. But it depends on his numbers. But anyways, I'm gonna have to hop off for now. I'm sorry, it's a very short stream, but I just wanted to hop in and say that I'm still alive. And once the next season drops, you know, by the weekend or something, I will be able to stream the story mode and stuff like that. You know how it is. But, you know, until then, hey, I'll see you when I see you. Peace out. Thank you. I am so glad I have a small cult following. I'm like the world's tiniest micro celebrity. But I'll see you next season. I can't wait. I can't wait, dude. If we get Blood Fiend, Dawn, the two things on my wish list: Blood Fiend, Dawn, and give me She Association support, please. But besides that, I'll see you next time. Hey, peace.